And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode of The Flash, Season 7, Episode 8. Um, some spoilers, so just letting you guys know if you haven't seen the episode yet, it's big spoilers. So, this episode was basically focusing on the trial of Killer Frost. And we all know Killer Frost, played by Daniela Panabaker. Um, you know, Caitlin, when she was first introduced to us, to the audience, as Killer Frost, we all assumed that she was going to go bad, just like how she does in the comics. Killer Frost is literally a bad person. And, we all grew to love her as a character. And, when they separated, we weren't sure what they were going to do for, having Daniela Panabaker play two characters of herself, I'm pretty sure it's very tough on her to wear the wig all the time and then also film playing Caitlin and Killer Frost and doing back-to-back stuff. So I would assume that this was an episode to pretty much deal with that. And what happened was the courts decided that Killer Frost is a threat to society, and they want to pretty much prosecute her and put her in prison for crimes against the city that she supposedly has done. Now, I will get to my complaints about those, but before I do, let's also talk about Barry. Barry is still trying to help out Nora, try to figure out where are these lightning monsters coming from and how to stop them. So if you guys remember, I think it was like the episode where Abracadabra came, that big She-Hulk looking woman comes in and nearly kills him. They track her down, played by a woman named Alexa. So, sorry, I don't want to wake up minds. Anyway, played by her. She's like, I guess, like a volunteer person who helps homeless people. So they find out that she can transform into this beastly creature. And, Barry, he just wants to help it. But then, while that's happening, the courts are decided that they want to get rid of Killer Frost's powers and put Killer Frost in jail, but also take away her powers. So that woman, mysterious woman cop, we finally find out what's her agenda and all this, who she just popped up out of nowhere. Apparently, she was a soldier. Some of her people got killed or even injured. No, excuse me. Trying to apprehend a metahuman, and she kind of hates all metahumans now, and especially the bad ones. So she assumes that Killer Frost is completely bad, and she wants to get rid of her powers permanently. But I think there's a bigger agenda to that. But that's just my guess. But who knows? And of course, we got to see Daniela Panabaker play this episode very, very well. She had to argue with herself literally because she didn't want Killer Frost to lose her powers. They tried everything. Cisco came up with a machine that can blow away the cure. Wipe all the cures that they created to give to the city so they can stop metahumans or people who want to not have the cure, who wants the cure, when they don't want the powers. Kind of like in the vein of when X-Men try to do it to get rid of the mutant problem. So they try to get rid of it. Doesn't work. Apparently the woman, government, she's very connected to the government. She found another cure, apparently. So, and then we got to see Caitlin and Killer Frost. They still argue. Killer Frost, she wants to go to jail, but she doesn't want to lose her. She's like, you know what, I'll take the cure, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Caitlin doesn't want her to lose her powers. She's like thinking that, oh, you just gave up too easily. Why are you giving up too easily? It's all this and that. And you know what? I gotta be honest with this episode. I liked it, and I also hated it. For a couple of reasons. First of all, what's up with the whole fact that charges are not being brought up to Killer Frost? I mean, the last time we checked, when Caitlin was Killer Frost, this was before Earth Prime became a thing. So I thought everything would have been set. I mean, yes, we know she technically kidnapped two people, but they're not even a part of the show anymore or even mentioned anymore. I think Julian was mentioned like one time, and I think in this season, if I'm not mistaken. But the other woman, the scientist woman who Sherlock liked, before he died, when they were making that gun to take away Savitar's powers, She disappears, so you don't hear from her. So what crimes are they talking about? I mean, maybe a couple of bar fights here and there, but honestly, I don't see where these charges are coming from. It's very, very odd. But what can you do? And also, what's up with Barry? I know he's trying to stop this whole, lightning monsters coming to the city, but you figure he want to be in court when his friends are in trouble. They were in court when he was in trouble. Him and Iris are just doing their own thing. It made no sense to me at all. Very, very strange, but okay. And of course, the big shocker of the episode, we got to see Nora turn on Barry and kill the poor girl who turns into the big monster. And something about taking lightning and using that to take away the enemies. So yeah, big shocker there that Nora's the bad guy. So that's honestly, it wasn't really a big shocker, but I kind of figured that was actually gonna happen. I think everybody knew that Nora out of nowhere was gonna end up being the bad guy. She almost killed Iris, so there's that. Iris barely had any lines in this episode. Very weird, very weird. But yeah, her and Barry finally got the team up, and poor woman didn't hardly had any lines. Go figure. But overall, hey, you got to give credit's due. Where you see an actress play two characters, that's hard. I'm talking about like really hard. Okay, so kudos to Daniela Panabaker for doing that. That was actually pretty cool. So now Killer Frost is now in jail for life. She went to jail for life. She still has her powers. She's gonna be wearing that bracelet that keeps her from using her powers. I honestly thought at the end of the episode they were gonna switch and Daniela, and then Caitlin was gonna end up being in prison, and then Killer Frost was gonna be with the team, but just make it believe that they didn't do anything. But Caitlin tried to help her, didn't work out. So now Killer Frost is in jail. I don't think it's gonna last very long, but only time will tell. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Stay tuned for more, and thank you very much, and have a good day.